Today, I'm giving you the keys to drive my Mustang Fastback. We're going to do a POV of what it's like to be driving a 1968 Ford Mustang Fastback. But before we get into it, I want to announce something very special here to the channel. We are actually doing a giveaway for these twin turbos. As mentioned previously, Max Speeding Rogs is sponsoring the channel here to turbo a project car here on Nate Rider. However, I'm kind of stuck with so many project cars, with one being Beverly here, the Coyote swap, as well as Miley. Yes, I am giving away some twin turbos, and it's very, very easy to get qualified. I actually posted this on TikTok here, which TikTok, if you have not followed me already, we're pretty popping here. I like this app, it's pretty fun. But listen to this.
Giveaway time. I'm giving away a set of twin turbos to boost your ride, and I know you want them. Max Speeding Rods wants you to boost your ride with a set of twin turbos, and it's very, very easy to win. Let me go ahead and explain. All you have to do is like this video, share it to 3 other friends, as well as go to my YouTube channel and subscribe, and then I will pick a winner and a winner. I know you want your car twin turbo to get this done. I can't wait to give you a set of twin turbos.
In order to qualify, you must like this video, comment down below anything that you want. In the comments, I will pin a link. It's basically my affiliate link. The more clicks we get on that, the better, and more giveaways to come, like twin turbos like this. So spam that link, click it 100 times, click as many times as you want. I really, really want to do more awesome giveaways like this, and that's all you really have to do. And also something very cool is I actually messaged Max Speeding Rods. This is the advisor that is helping me out, and she is up for a twin turbo giveaway, another one here. So if this is successful, we could give away more twin turbos, more awesome parts. I cannot wait for this. So make sure you blow up the link down below, please guys. That's the most important thing that you guys do, is that you click on the link that I will pin in the comments as well as put in the description. Spam that link. That will help me out so much for future giveaways as well as more awesome products like this. So make sure that you do all the qualifications, and good luck to you. So now that we have that done, good luck to all you guys for the twin turbo setup. I can't wait to sponsor your ride. Now let's get into actually driving the car. So this Mustang is not like any other car, like a Tesla, where you could just get in the car and just start driving. Every time you drive a Mustang, something at this caliber, you have to make sure that the car is ready to be driven. So let's check all the fuel levels, let's check the engine, make sure it's all good, let's check all of the necessities that we need to drive in. So let's pop the hood and make sure that everything is good underneath. First thing we got to do is check the oil, and I know it's probably not going to focus, but we have full oil. We're good to go on the oil levels. I like to also check the disc brakes just in case, because I've had some serious consequences last time with basically my wheel fall off. Disc brakes are great. It looks like our ignition coil is good, as well as the distributor cap is good as well. All connections are secure, and it doesn't look like anything is wrong with the belt or the alternator. Voltage regulator is good. By a visual inspection of the engine bay, we're good to go to at least fire her up. All right, now before we start it up, let's make sure that we have everything just in case. We have our fire extinguisher just in case anything catches on fire, and we have our handy dandy toolbox, tool bag. We have another ignition coil just in case our ignition coil goes out. We have our bricks just for our emergency brake, because our emergency brake doesn't work. We have our flares just in case the car breaks down and we could go ahead and flare the road just because the emergency lights don't work. We got our funnels for the gas. We have an extra oil just in case we get a random oil leak. That does happen. Jack and jack stands. This is pretty good, as well as a fuel towel to save all the fuel that drops down here. So looks like all the necessities are good. Let's get to the cold start now. All right, it's time to start her up. So put the key in the ignition and put it into the on mode. Notice how I don't have any stereo. Accessories is not working. When I turn on my blinker, I don't have any lights. So it looks like this drive we have a blown fuse. Something's always going wrong with this car. It's better to figure out exactly what the problem is so that you know how to address it as well as how to drive for this one. So it looks like some of our electrical components are out. Let's see if the car will start up. So let's give it 1 pump of the fuel as well as open up the choke. Now let's see if she starts up. Starts up right away. Oil pressure seems to be okay. Alternator is charging the battery, which is very common on cold starts. And now we have to wait about 10 minutes for it to warm up. Everything seems to be okay. We have a squeaky belt. I did notice that on this. Everything seems normal, nothing too bad. I think we're good for the heat up. One thing that we have to check while the engine is warm is transmission fluid, and as you guys can see, it's kind of low, so we're gonna have to stop off Pep Boys and pick up some Type F transmission fluid. We'll be okay to run on this, but it's always better safe than sorry. You guys thought it was gonna be a simple process of turning on the car and going. I go through a lot just trying to drive this car. Definitely a process, but it's a process well worth it. Get this girl washed and take her out. I really need to take out the Porsche on a cruise. That thing just sits there and does nothing. You just gotta love that post-wash shine. I'm gonna do a little walk around. I also found a mild inconvenience, like always. Looks like we're low pressure on the tire. Good thing I have an air compressor, gonna fill that up, but jeez, she looks so good. I love a clean black car, but the only bad thing about having a black car is that you can only enjoy it for about an hour before it starts getting dirty. But she is still looking good. It's also really clutch to have an air compressor to get the water out after you just did a wash. Alright, finally we could drive. Well, nope, not just quite yet. We're low on fuel because our fuel gauge doesn't work, as well as remember we have the automatic transmission to fix. So let's go to the gas station, go to Pep Boys, and then we'll be off to cruising. Remember that fuel towel that I said we needed? We need it now, just in case anything were to drop off, and just screw this right off and boom, old school classic fill up. Put that baby right there. Now it's time to fill up with some 91. This is the struggle right underneath. Nothing comes easy when it comes to owning a classic car. $30, not too bad, but it does kind of add up when you have to gas up every time you take this car out to drive. With that being said, we can finally drive the car. Let's fire her up. Put the old school style seat belts on. It's kind of hard doing this with one hand. And there we go. All right. I know it is an automatic. We do have Donna here for the help. I am thinking about doing a manual transmission, but for now we have the C4 automatic transmission, brake, and now put into drive. Let's go on a ride. The first impressions, we are finally on the road, and now we can enjoy the car. So much to get to this actually on the road, but now that we've done basically all of the pre-work, we could enjoy the ride. We know that everything is as it should. Alternator is good, fuel is good, oil pressure is good, temperature is good. Now we can just sit back, relax, and enjoy the ride. It is still a little bit risky here because look at my steering is so loose and the car is still going forward. So we need to keep in mind some of the downsides of owning a classic car, and that is that this car is a little bit risky. Brakes are a little bit squishy, which I know I need to bleed them. Steering is a little bit weak, and we're just cruising. This is not a speed car. This is a car that you enjoy, that you relax in, and that you go the speed limit in. You don't go crazy. There are some times where you just want to unleash the V8 horsepower, but I don't have that much horsepower now because I have a 289 V8, but still, it is just so much fun to drive. Where are we going? We are going to go to the beach. I have not been on a cruise with you guys in quite a while, or at least a dedicated video to a cruise. I've had included some beach, but we're going in the California hot summer day, 90 degrees out, the sun is setting. I think we're gonna get some really, really nice shots, and let's just get to the cruise. I will shut up. I'll let you guys hear the engine. I wish you guys could hear it in person because the video quality, none of my equipment is getting the true sound of this. It's just too muffled inside of this video, but I will be quiet. I'll let you guys just enjoy the experience as well as enjoy the ride, because that is what it's all about when owning a classic Mustang like this. Another thing to mention while we get to our destination is that there's no need for stereo. There's no need for all these fancy electronics, GPS. You're one with the car. This is a 52-year-old car. You enjoy just the drivability. It's a very, very unique experience, one that I love so much. So none of this bumping stereo, even though I love to listen to music while I cruise. This is true American V8 horsepower that built this full future of cars, and there's a lot of features that you don't get in this, like cruise control. What is that? You're just with a throttle, brakes, and a pushrod V8 motor. You just gotta love it. Another awesome thing that just makes the driving experience so much better, in my opinion, is driving and seeing those hood pins. It's the little things about this car that I appreciate so much, and you can see it on the other side as well, but I just think it's so rad and so badass to see those hood pins sticking out the hood like that. I don't know, it's just the little things about this car that really, really gets me. Look at that view. We're not there yet, but that sun is setting perfectly right now. Was that a fun drive or what? Over the bridge here in Coronado. Probably one of my favorite places to do here with the car. Beautiful scenery, perfect lighting. Now we're just gonna cruise to the beach. We made it here to the beach, Coronado. Beautiful sunset. It's a little bit cloudy here, but the colors are just very, very nice. Packed today, lots of people out and about. But we're gonna stop out down by Dog Beach. Appreciate you guys driving around here with me. It's super, super fun driving. What do you guys feel about the headlights? Thank you. 68. You're close. This car gets lots and lots of attention. Damn, this angle right here though. This angle is sweet. Just got out of the beach. It's been awesome cruising with you guys, showing you guys this awesome car, driving with me. Comment down below anything that you guys want to ask, questions. I try to get back to as many comments as I possibly can, but I highly suggest if you guys get an opportunity to own a classic car, drive it. My experience, I hope my experience enriched you as well as taught you guys what it's like to drive a classic Mustang. I highly, highly recommend to get in one of these bad boys. It's an experience like no other. This driving experience is way better than all the new technology cars. So let's go home, boys.